Everyone loved Wednesday's Mind's Desire video so much, you can find that video on the card above, that I'm recording it again today with an even better list. Let's go check it out. Today we're playing Mind's Desire, but better, and that's made possible because we're not running Ad Nauseam. Instead, we get to run a full playset of Mind's Desire with no mana value restrictions. So we get to run Desire into Desire into Desire, which really is what makes this card effective. On top of that, we get to run a full playset of Echo of Aeons. Echo of Aeons is best versus non-blue decks. Desire's best versus blue decks. So now you have something for every matchup. On top of that, Desire and Echo are both good against combo. And then you have Galvanic Relay and Desire versus Blue. So you really do have all of your grounds covered. And a glue card in this list is 4 copies of Chrome Mox. We have moved off it in recent history because we were playing a full playset of Mishra's Bauble. But Bauble doesn't play well with Mind's Desire. Chrome Mox helps create that blue you need to accelerate into Desire consistently. It also helps cast Galvanic Relay early while providing a consistent mana source already on the battlefield, which just really drives up the value of all of our storm spells altogether. I've played this list in 2 leagues. They've gone incredibly well, and I can't wait to share the success of this list with you today. So I will see you in the first match. Don't go anywhere. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. You can also show your support by becoming a member of this channel. You get sweet perks such as badges, emotes, exclusive members-only content, and access to our members Discord section. As you increase the tiers, there are other rewards such as shop discounts, sideboard guides, early access to videos, and even free donation decks. Click the join button down below to find out more. We also have other ways you can support us, such as theepicstorm.com/shop or submitting a donation deck via theepicstorm.com/donation decks. That's enough for now. Let's play some Magic. Welcome to match number 1. We're on the draw, and I will keep. Our opponent's Goldfish history has a lot of Delver variants in it, and I'm assuming they're playing that today. Turn 1 Ponder. Well, it looks like a Delver variant so far. We could turn 1 Galvanic Relay. That is an option. Ooh, okay, they're not on Delver. This is Storm. Raw. Okay, so they shuffled on their Ponder. We have Rite of Flame. We have 4 mana, so we cannot Desire out of the sideboard. We could Echo, or we could just Relay, and then try to Relay into a win on the following turn. Right? Let's cast the Rite of Flame. Chrome Mox. I mean, I could just Echo with 1 up. That's another option. Yeah, I think I'm going to Echo, actually. Play the Burning Wish. Yes. We'll grab Echo of Aeons. And let's float Storm 5. Alright, so the Veil of Summer will likely guarantee me another turn. Let's cast Brainstorm. Okay, double Galvanic Relay, not ideal. But the Diamond is pretty good. So we'll play out a Lotus Petal and pass. I mean, I could also just Galvanic Relay for a ton. I didn't even consider that, because if I wanted to do that, I should have put the Burning Wish on. But I'm just going to pass the turn. Ideally, I don't have to burn the Veil of Summer, and they pass the turn, and then I Relay with Veil up. I think that would be best case scenario for us. They grab a Tropical Island. Preordain, sure. So, assuming that they pass the turn, next turn I can play my land, Lotus Petal, Lion's Eye Diamond, Burning Wish, and Mind's Desire. That is a Desire for 4. Alex McKinley has done the math. On Desire for 5, you are 75% to hit an action spell in this particular list. That counts Galvanic Relays. We already have a Burning Wish out of the deck, and then we'd be discarding another. So I'm not sure how that actually plays out here. But I kind of don't trust that math, at least in this particular spot. We've already used the Echo. Yeah, I think it's just supposed to be a Desire or a Relay for 3. I mean, I do have 3 Desires in the deck. I don't know what to do. 3 Desires, 3 Echoes. You know what? We're going to go big. People came here to watch me cast Mind's Desire. We're going to do it. Match 1, game 1. We're going to put Desire on the stack. Okay. Desire for 4. Bush Claw. Opal. Brainstorm. This has got to be a good one. Diamond. So if the Brainstorm hits another diamond, that doesn't do it. So I think ideally we Brainstorm into a Veil of Summer. Oh, no, if Brainstorm hits a diamond, that does do it. I'm sorry, I was wrong. We have 2 diamonds in the deck. That's the Brainstorm. Storm 8. Dark Ritual. We did hit a Veil. I mean, that's good for us. Dark Ritual makes us 1 short of Mind's Desire. I mean, we could Echo of Aeons with 2 mana floating. We've already played a land. And I'd be giving them a Claw. Or I can just pass. The question is, do we think that they're playing a list that has a Burning Wish for, like, a Grapeshot in it? Because otherwise, the Veil of Summer is just a trump card. I'm going to play conservatively here and pass. I think we advanced our board state. We were fortunate to hit 4 runners off the Desire. We should just take what we got and be thankful. Another Ponder. Basic Island, Lotus Petal. Another Ponder. Lion's Eye Diamond, Storm 5. Cabal Ritual, no Threshold. Cabal Ritual with Threshold. Now they have 3 cards left in hand. Infernal Tutor. Mind's Desire and Lorien Revealed. They're adding 10 black. I think they're just going for a Tutor Chain Wind. Yep. Oh, friend. Oh, friend. What were you thinking? You thought me, Bryant Cook, wouldn't have Veil of Summer? Incoming concession. Veil. Sorry, Ant. Game 1 goes to the good guys. Now let's get Galvanic Relay out of our deck. Alright, so we'll bring in Thoughtseize. We are also... A lot of these deck lists recently have had Surgical in them. I guess I can leave 1 Thoughtseize in the board. They showed us Tropical Island too. So, I mean, I don't have a strong opinion, but I could just bring in the Tendrils. You don't have to worry about mana value anymore due to no Ad Nauseam. So in order for Tendrils versus Grapeshot to matter, you would need them to Surgical your Burning Wishes. And then they would also have to have Veil of Summer. Otherwise, the main deck Tendrils is just better. They kept 7. We'll do the same. Turn 1 Underground Sea. Duress. Goodbye Wishclaw. Another Chrome Mox, not so great. We'll pass the turn. So if you draw Mind's Desire, we have exactly 6 mana. We play a Brainstorm, Polluted Delta, Mind's Desire. Another Mox Opal. Okay. Pass the turn. Being on the play is so broken. They grab a Bayou, and they're passing. 5 cards in hand. Dark Ritual, pass. All mana all the time. Ponder again. Volcanic. They have 5 in hand. Okay, they're passing, and we hit Echo. So they could have a Flusterstorm here, which is a card that we're concerned with. Play a Chrome Mox. No imprint. Let's cast Dark Ritual. Dark Ritual. Mox Opal. Like, I have to imagine if they were willing to just play Draw Go, that they have to have a Flusterstorm. Then I will tap here for blue, and then the Opal for blue. Desire floating a black, or I'm sorry, Echo floating a black. Here is the Flusterstorm. You got it. We are not going to pay. So the rest of these Flusterstorms will resolve, and then I'm going to just immediately flash back the Echo, because I could draw into a Veil of Summer and a green source and stay alive rather than just be dead. So we will flash back Echo from 10. You have second Flusterstorm. They Veil. You got it. Okay, so we are just short of... I didn't need to play the diamond. That was a mistake. We're just short of being able to Desire for a ton. We have to pass. For some reason, in my head, I thought I needed the diamond for Metalcraft. That is not true. They Thoughtseize. We're just going to Veil. And they have Fluster again. Okay. Usually Flusterstorm's only a 2 of, so you shouldn't expect it like this, but that's fine. They'll take our Wishclaw. They're at 16 with 6 cards in it. Burning Wish would win the game for us. I would obviously accept another Echo or Mind's Desire. Okay, they Ponder. Wishclaw would obviously win 2. Oh, they're going for it. Okay. 2 cards left. That'll do. Okay, so they have stolen game number 2. We get to be on the play for game 3. I'm just going to reset. Like, you could swap the Thoughtseize and the Tendrils, but I think I just want to be insulated from surgical. Hand's fantastic. We'll keep. All right. Chrome Mox. Imprint this Brainstorm. Lion's Eye Diamond. Play a Mox Opal. Let's Rite of Flame. And I could cast the Brainstorm, but I want to keep my mana available. Because if we hit blue for Desire off this, I want to be able to cast it. Speaking of the devil, Rite of Flame, Lotus Petal, Chrome Mox, we'll imprint a Thoughtseize, we can fetch. Oh, I just have a boring win here, don't I? I'm so focused on wanting to Mind's Desire that I just like blanked on having a boring win. Oh, the Tendrils is in our deck. I have to go for it. Desire. From 9. Okay, so it currently looks like a Peer into the Abyss. Actually, I'm 1 mana short of Peer into the Abyss, but I can Mind's Desire again. That is an option we have. Play the Chrome Mox. No. Sacrifice for red. We'll hold priority on the Burning Wish. Blue. Black. From 14. Grab Desire. From 15. God, this card is sweet. Okay, Dark Ritual. Dark Ritual. Let's see what our opponent's up to over there. What did you keep? I mean, your hand was good. Lotus Petal. Let's cast an Echo. Why not? Dark Ritual. Diamond. Diamond. Wishclaw. And I suppose we can activate 4 Tendrils. Target you. Storm 25. Love it. This is how Storm Mirrors are supposed to go. 1-0 to the good guy. Take that, Ad Nauseam Tendrils, and I will see you in the second match. Moxfield.com is the easiest way to build a Magic deck online. They support over 30 formats, including Legacy and many other Eternal formats. There are so many options to view decks the way that you want, from text view to individual cards, mana value, and even card price. There's also light mode and dark mode. My personal favorite feature is card tags. This way you can sort cards by function. Moxfield supports collection tracking, Scryfall search, decklist feedback, and so much more. Follow me on Moxfield.com so you can stay updated on all of my decks. Match number 2, we're on the draw, and this is a slam dunk of a hand. No matter what we have turn 1 Echo of Aeons, even if we're discarded. The opponent's playing a blue deck, so we're probably going to respect that. Okay, take a draw. Chrome Mox. It's a good one. We'll play Underground Sea and pass the turn. Wasteland? I don't like that. Let's cast Brainstorm. Am I being dazed? Damn, okay. So they have 6 cards in hand, one of which is a volcanic island. They pass. We draw a Veil of Summer. I could jam here, but with the Veil, I think I should just wait until I can cast the Veil of Summer into the Echo. They play Volcanic. Draw for turn. Another Echo. We can go to cleanup here and just discard. Flooded Strand. Bloodstained Mire. Chrome Mox. Let's imprint Mind's Desire. So I could try to cast Wishclaw here off Bayou. If they have another Wasteland, it's very punishing. Alternatively, I could just cast the Veil. I'm going to risk it and play the Wishclaw. If they have second Wasteland, it's going to hurt, but I'm so much better off if the Wishclaw resolves. And it does. So next turn I can Desire. This is likely an Orcish Bowmaster. It's just a tell, yeah. Like, opponent didn't do anything. They wanted a Bowmaster. Sure thing. No Wasteland is great for us. They have 5 cards in hand. They attack for 2. Dark Ritual. I don't think I'm actually allowed to cast. They're going to force a Lion's Eye Diamond, pitching Murktide. What if I Veil? Okay, so our Veil resolves. Auto yield to the Bowmaster. I believe we're supposed to just Desire now. It's going to be Desire for 5 with a pair of Echoes in the graveyard. I mean, I could also just Echo here, build up Storm. That might be better. Yeah, I'm going to Echo first. Turn 5. They bolt me, that's fine. Wonderful. We don't need a Mind's Desire here. I'm pretty sure this is just a clean win. But I want a Desire. I want to so badly. We'll play a land. Fetch. grab a red source, Rite of Flame, Mox Opal, Dark Ritual. Tap this for black. We'll play another Opal. Tap this for red. We will activate Burning Wish, and then Tendrils of Agony. Opponent concede. Alright, so Grixis Delver recently has had a bunch of counterbalances in the sideboard, as well as like one Null Rod. We're going to bring in Abrupt Decay, and then the Tendrils to avoid Surgical. And the plan here is that you board out one Echo and one of each Mox. You want to skim on Echo just because they're a deck that runs Pyroblast, they have Orcish Bowmasters. Refilling the deck that has a bunch of forces as well usually isn't very good. So I think it's okay to shave on one, and then obviously too many of the artifacts can be hurtful, so, and you know, Null Rod obviously shuts those down, so we're hedging again. And is clunky. Mulligan. Not any better. I guess so. So here we will put Desire Opal on the bottom. Like, I think you're just so far away from hardcasting Desire that it's unreasonable to keep it in your hand. For one Polluted Delta. Chrome Mox. Not a great hit. Our best draw is likely Galvanic Relay. 2 mana. There's Counterbalance. Draw Echo. So I could try to spike a Veil here. I'd have to get pretty lucky. I would need them to not flip a 1. And then on top of that, not have Daze or Force of Will in their hand. Veil of Summer. Veil. It resolves. Sweet. We can cast Echo. Dark Ritual. And you might be saying, well, what about Counterbalance? Veil of Summer actually stops Counterbalance's ability. It says spells I play this turn can't be countered. It doesn't need to be on the stack. Counterbalance counters spells. So we're going to be able to play Lion's Eye Diamond through this Counterbalance. We're going to need a perfect draw 7 here, but it's possible. Or at least a draw 7 that allows me to Galvanic Relay for a boatload. Okay, spin that wheel. Alright, let's get 7 new cards. Here we go. We did not hit for a relay this turn, so we're going to just pass. Well, that was a weird glitch. Like, nothing happened, then all of a sudden they had Polluted Delta, Delver, Channeler. Brains. Let's start off with a Lotus Petal. They fetch in response. Night's Whisper. Let's attempt a Brainstorm. They Brainstorm in response. So that's... Our Brainstorm being countered is not the end of the world. We're going to be able to relay for 4. Okay. Galvanic Relay. Rite of Flame, Lotus Petal, Dark Ritual. So them leaving a 1 on top is really bad for us. They flipped the Delver. Obviously they knew. And they have Wasteland. Okay. We're probably not winning this one. They shuffled on the Ponder. That's weird. It's Whisper. They have 6 cards in hand and they don't know the top of their deck. They accidentally missed their combat step. Draw another Echo. I guess we start off on Lotus Petal. They flip Lightning Bolt, which is great for them because I have all these ones. I mean, I could try to Echo again. Just so unlikely. I mean, I was going to concede, but I guess Echo technically gives me a chance. Play Wishclaw. They have Force of Will. We can go to game 3. We did not get that one. Let's resubmit. I think our deck was fine. We just have to, you know, play better, draw better. On the play. Nope. Deck, why do you hate me? This is not a good hand. I guess we'll keep him bottom Chrome Mox. I don't love this. They have also kept 6. Underground Sea, and they're passing the turn. Brainstorm. I want to fire that off now. Before they can Bowmaster me or Pyroblast. Try to fix up this hand. This was a pretty good draw for us. Guess we're getting rid of those. Pass the turn. Very clunky. They end step Brainstorm. Looks like they probably have Counterbalance again. No, it's a Channeler. Okay. Big fan of not having Counterbalance. They get rid of a Meltdown. They look at our top card. Okay, we'll fetch. Grab Taiga. And let's maybe draw into Lion's Eye Diamond here. Dark Ritual's okay. I'm going to take my chance at a Wishclaw. Force pitching Murktide. I think we need this, so I'm going to Veil. Another Dark Ritual. Okay, we can't do anything else this turn, but Wishclaw is great. They have a 3/3 channeler. They kept their card on top. The Wasteland. They destroy my Badlands. Still 3 in hand. Another Burning Wish. I mean, we could try to Desire here. They didn't have anything last turn. The problem is Desire forces me to go all in. Because I have to... I think I'm going to try to play it safe. I'm going to Burning Wish for a Thoughtseize. Hardcast Daze. That actually would have tripped me up anyway. If I had cast Dark Ritual and they dazed me, I wouldn't have been able to Desire. They kept another card on top. Brainstorm. The card quality off Channeler is just insane. Another Wasteland. That's so tough. They have 2 cards. They go to 12. We have to pass. Another Brainstorm. They Surveil the Way Meltdown. Delver Secret's 2 cards in hand. The Bobble. They kept their card on top. They probably have Force Blue card here. They attack for 3, I go to 9. Draw. Opal doesn't do it. We have to pass. Delver transforms. It's a Daze. So now I'm dead to a Lightning Bolt, and we saw in game 2 that they left it in their deck. They kept on top, and then kept off Ponder. They have 3 sculpted cards here, one of which is a Daze. We'll draw. Chroma. Let's play Chromox. I think we're definitely going to imprint Echo. Yeah, I think it has to be Echo. Play Mox Opal. Rite of Flame. Dark Ritual. And I was right, they had Force in hand too. Pitching the Daze. Yep. So I could in theory Echo here, but the odds we win are so low. Alright, we'll grab Echo of Aeons. I need a miracle here. Spin the wheel on Echo. From 8. 4 lands. That's not going to get the job done, and we are now 1-1. Looking to make playing your favorite combo deck much easier? Look no further than the Epic Storm Mini Token Combo Pack, which is available at theepicstorm.com/shop for $14.99. This combo token pack comes with 84 double-sided tokens. That includes our classic Storm and Mana tokens, as well as fan favorites such as Goblins, Squirrels, and Slime Time Live. But that's not all. We've expanded this token pack to cover a variety of formats with new tokens. Stop on by theepicstorm.com/shop and make an easy decision to elevate your combo game. Match number 3, we're on the draw against Strass Daddy, who is a Maverick extraordinaire, and they were recently on the Eternal Durdles podcast where they said some not so nice things about people that play Storm. Strass Daddy, I'm coming for you in this match. It's revenge time. Wooded Foothills. Into Green Sun Zenith, sure. Well, we have a turn 1 Echo of Aeons here. Ooh, with a ton of mana. I'm going to not tap my Opal, I think, or maybe I should. Yeah, I probably should. Alright, Storm is 3, we'll tap for a black. Create 3 blue using the Lion's Eye Diamond, Flashback Echo. Storm 4. We have hit Mind's Desire, but I'm short on casting it. But what I can do is Galvanic Relay, so I think we're going to do that. Imprint this Veil of Summer. Go grab a red source, which can be Badlands, and we'll relay. 6 cards. A whole lot of mana in there. I mean, if they don't have a hate creature here, we're in business. And they concede. That's right. Okay, going to game 2 now. We want Thoughtseize. Then we want Abrupt Decay and Chain of Vapor. Pretty stock sideboarding map here. You just board out Galvanic Relay and Veil of Summer. It's usually the sideboard plan against non-blue decks. Oh, speaking of sideboard guides and sideboard plans, I completely forgot, and I made it prior to this video. I have a sideboard guide that you can pick up on Patreon that will go live Friday at noon. So if you're looking for a sideboard guide for this deck, head over to patreon.com and you can pick one up there. Just a heads up, Patreon and YouTube are not synced together. That is not something I control. They do not have an integration. So if you want to support the channel for the Mind's Desire emote, that is separate from the Patreon sideboard guide. I don't make the rules, but that's just how it works. So different rewards for different things. Patreon is mostly to support the website team. That's how I pay the site writers. The YouTube stuff is mostly for me, since I spend 40 hours a week making videos for all of you. And well, I don't know, I feel like I should be rewarded for my time, so they're just different. Game number 2, we've opened up quite the hand. We're a red source away from greatness, so any red land or red card does it. I'm gonna keep. Turn 1 Savannah, Green Sun. Okay. On deck. A Wishclaw. You know, that's not bad either. Throw Mox. Imprint this Thoughtseize. Throw Mox. It might seem a little bit odd, but I'm going to imprint the Burning Wish, so that way I don't lose to Surgical. Play a Wishclaw. We'll activate. Go grab Echo. Lion's Eye Diamond is Storm 5. And I think I want to float a blue. Because we haven't played a land yet, so if I hit Brainstorm Fetch, that's an option. I mean, I could relay for a ton here. But if we had one imprintable, I could also empty the Warrens for 20 plus, but we don't. I think the plan here... I mean, I could also Echo again. But is that really what we want to do? Burning Wish? Yeah, I think I'm going to Echo again. Play Chromox. No imprint. Lion's Eye Diamond. No mana available. We've already played our land. Let's get a new hand. Alright, this is actually fine, because if they play turn 2 Collector Roof, we have Abrupt Decay. This is actually just reasonable. Wasteland, okay. Nola Rod. Well, we do have the Abrupt Decay with 2 lands, so Nola Rod's unfortunate, but we actually have a game plan. Also, did not activate Wishclaw first. We're going to play our land and pass. We're going to be just fine here. They play a Bayou, 3 mana, Green Sun for 2. So a Collector Roof might seal it here. Gaddock Tea. Interesting. So I could Galvanic Relay. That's a choice I can make here. So we could Abrupt Decay the Wishclaw, activate, giving them Claw, go get Burning Wish number 3 into Relay. Or I can sit here and wait until we draw a Chain of Vapor or one of the Abrupt Decays, or Burning Wish. I think I'm going to be patient. We'll just pass the turn. I cannot Abrupt Decay on their end step because we have one green source in the graveyard and the other is in our Collector Roof. Okay, I think I've probably been locked out here. Haywire Might, sure. So how we win this game now is that Grapeshot would have to kill both Collector Roof and Gaddock Tea. We'll draw for turn. The Lotus Petal. Alright, we've been got. I'm just going to go to the next. We get to be on the play for game 3. Let's submit. Yes, I'd like to be on the play. Sure, this is great. Keep. Alright, they've mulliganed to 5 and put 2 cards in the bottom. So far in this match, we've seen that they're Abzan. I don't believe we've seen red. So, Thoughtseize is a card that they could have. Windswept Heath. Interesting. So, they could be a Pyroblast gamer. We're going to check end step with a Brainstorm. Underground Sea. And Brainstorm. Would you like to Pyroblast me if you have one? They do not. Guess we'll tuck a Brainstorm on top of it for surgical purposes. Draw for turn. Play the Bloodstained Mire and then we'll fetch. Volcanic Island. Let's try another Brainstorm. There we go. So this should give us Desire. The problem is if our opponent has a Mindbreak Trap, but I don't know if we're supposed to play around that. Put back Wishclaw. Put back the Mire. Lotus Petal. Lotus Petal. Lion's Eye Diamond. And Lion's Eye Diamond. I guess this is also just Peer into the Abyss, which doesn't have a fail rate, so we should probably do that. I was thinking about holding priority on Brainstorm and doing Brainstorm and Burning Wish, but why would you do that when you could just Peer into the Abyss? Peer is way safer. Storm is 7. Play a Mox Opal. Lotus Petal. Let's see if we have another artifact for metalcraft purposes. Guess it's Lion's Eye Diamond. Okay. Tap the Opal for a black. We'll play another Opal. Tap for red. Play another Opal. Dark Ritual. Rite of Flame. Dark Ritual. Dark Ritual. Rite of Flame. Did we not hit a Mind's Desire off this? We did not. Okay, so I mean, I could go get a Mind's Desire. We also didn't hit a Thoughtseize, which is a card that I'm interested in. So we will Desire now. Storm count is 19. Alright, well there's a couple copies of Mind's Desire. You can stretch this out while they're all resolving. There we go, nice and large for everyone to see. Look at all these cards, it's great. Thoughtseize. Wasteland and Lighten Tutor Canonist? Yeah, I mean, that's a hand. It's a hand that doesn't beat what we did. Alright, we should probably end the game. Yes. Grab the Grapeshot. Get my revenge on Strauss Daddy. Lesson learned for bad-mouthing Storm players, Strauss Daddy. Dukes on Twitch would never do such a thing. Dukes is a gentleman. I'm just joking. Strauss Daddy's a fine person. Don't take any of this serious. Alright, well, we have won match number 3, and we're now 2-1 with 2 matches left to go. Mind's Desire is so much fun. If you're still watching, make sure to give this video a like, comment, and subscribe. While you're near the description, here's a reminder to use our affiliate links if you're going to make a purchase from Amazon, Card Hoarder, or TCG Player. Just above those affiliate links, you'll find our social channels. Make sure to join those to connect with us. Alright, time for the 4th match. We're on the draw. I have no clue what our opponent's playing. 3rd match in a row, we're on the draw. Hopefully we can make it work. We have Galvanic Relay. You know, big fan of that card. Turn 1 Polluted Delta. Underground Sea. 2 Pond. They did not shuffle. Mishra's Bauble. This is looking very Grixis Delver-like. Maybe we can get revenge on that deck. That would be nice. They draw off their Bauble. We draw Wishclaw. I'm going to just pass the turn here. Scalding Tarn. They're leaving up Bowmasters. I'm not going to brainstorm into Bowmasters. They've already played their land, so I'm going to brainstorm now. Looking for land 2. Brainstorm. That was great. Love that. We will put those cards on top. They picked up a Volcanic. Main phase Orcish Bowmaster. They have 5 in hand. Chrome Mox. Imprints Burning Wish. Cast Rite of Flame. We can Rite of Flame again. If they force it, we have 2 Chrome Moxes that we can actually play in order to relay. They don't. So we will play these Chrome Moxes for no value. Just permanents that rest on the battlefield for Metalcraft purposes. And Storm. Can't forget about that. Well, I guess maybe I'm supposed to imprint the Echo when there's a Bowmasters on the table. Yeah, let's do that. Helps us cast Desire too. Alright, Relay for 6. We know our top card is Wishclaw Talisman. Wishclaw, a pair of diamonds, and opal and land. So no protection, no desire. We have to pass the turn. And I'm regretting imprinting that Echo right now. They have a Wasteland. Goodbye Underground Sea. They attack for 2. Murktide Regent, they have 4 cards in hand. I want this Wishclaw to resolve so badly. Another opal. Play Mire. Play opal. Diamond. Diamond. Come on, please no Force of Will. Play Wishclaw. Hey. Alright, so we will now play an opal. Keep the new one. We will fetch going to 15 to thin a land out of our deck. We don't want to reveal lands to Mind's Desire, so this is just what we want to do. Grab Badlands. Make some blue mana. And activate the Wishclaw. Desire for 6. The nice thing about Mind's Desire compared to Ad Nauseam is you don't have to protect it. It just does its thing. We've already revealed another Desire. And another Desire. Ooh, opponent. My condolences. Rest in peace. Lotus Petal. I guess we can Burning Wish first here to increase storm count. Yes, I'll grab Tendrils. Mind's Desire for 9. We're just having a grand old time. Sweet. This is what I signed up for. Take this. We have to get a post-board game still, but that felt pretty solid. Galvanic Relay was really the fuel to make this happen. I've noticed playing this build that Relay really plays well into Desire because it creates a bunch of storm for the following turn. And, I mean, it's just great. No other way of really putting it. Once again, one of each Mox, and then extra Echo. Game number 2, we're on the draw. Our opponent's kept 7. Here we have a pretty sketchy hand. We do have Veil of Summer, But we don't have a red source, so we're kind of open to Wasteland. We can't cast the Brainstorm. I think this hand is just too questionable. We're going to send it back. This is much better. Keep and get rid of the Burning Wing. We're an artifact away from greatness. Looted Delta. There we go. Lotus Petal. How about another Lotus Petal? Mox Opal. Come on, force it. Am I allowed to Brainstorm? I am. Okay. We will put Wishclaw Talisman and Brainstorm back on top. Lion's Eye Diamond. And now we relay. And to think, we could have kept a hand that didn't function instead of doing this. Brainstorm, Wishclaw, Relay, Wishclaw, Petal. The Petal gives us Metalcraft again. No land in there, which is really awkward. They fetch with their polluted Delta. For an end-step Brainstorm. Scalding Tarn. They activate going to 18. Main phase Orcish Bowmaster. Okay. That's fine. Dark Ritual is the draw. I mean, it's not terrible, but we need this Lotus Petal to resolve. This is like the key card right here. And it does. Nice. So I'm going to tap this Opal for green. We'll play a Mox Opal. Dark Ritual. Wishclaw Talisman. They will Force of Will, pitching Force of Negation. I will cast Veil of Summer. Alright, Veil has resolved. We can auto-yield to the Bowmaster. Force of Will fizzle. Rite of Flame. Firm is 7. I boarded in the Tendrils. And they're just going to concede. Okay, we are now 3-1, 1 match left to go. The Command Tower software by Eminence Gaming is perfect for hosting your own Magic events with features such as easy-to-create event registration for 4-player and one-on-one Swiss-based games. Event management has never been so simple, and it's done on the web, no downloads are required. You can sign up for $5 by visiting eminence.events/subscribe. The 5th and final round, and we are actually on the play. How about that? First time this league. Alright, so we have double Veil of Summer. Pretty far away from the Desire. I mean, our opponent usually plays blue decks. Opal isn't active. I think this hand's a trap. I'm going to send it back. This is much better. Okay, we'll keep this. Get rid of Mind's Desire. Turn 1, Bloodstained Mire past the turn. Ancient Tomb. What? What is going on here? This doesn't look like a respectable blue mage. Fable of the Mirrorbreaker. Okay. So it's some sort of stompy deck. We'll take a draw. Dark Ritual or Lion's Eye Diamond gives us a win. Rite of Flame would give us Desire. We have a lot of hits. Draw. Will Mox do it? I don't know. It does. Sweet. Gives us Desire. I mean, it's only a Desire for 4, but I think that's probably good enough. I mean, it's either that or Echoing versus the Prison deck. And we have a lot of action still in our deck, too. I mean, maybe I should just Echo. Because I'd have so much mana floating. I've made my land drop. Yeah, I think the play's probably to Echo here. I guess it would have been Desire for 5. I should have desired. The math says Desire for 5. I forgot about the Burning Wish. I'm a dummy. I might have just thrown. The math says you're supposed to Desire for 5 because it's 75% to hit. Damn. If I lose this, it's on me. Wishclaw. Play an Opal. We can Rite a Flame. And then activate Claw to go get a Diamond. We're 1 mana short of a win. So we'll spin this. Okay, this is from 10. What is this? This wins the game. Imprint Relay. I mean, it worked out, but I made this more difficult than it needed to be. Crack for 3 black. Yes. Go grab Tendrils. Cast it targeting them. Sweet. Alright, we need one more game for the 4-1. Versus Winota Stompy. Bringing in Thoughtseize, Chain of Vapors, and Abrupt Decay. Goodbye Galvanic Relay. And Veil of Summer. Oh wow. So, I mean, this is certainly a hand. On the draw versus a prison deck. So, hypothetically, let's say we keep this. We have 6 mana into Wishclaw for 3. It doesn't actually do anything. I'm going to mulligan. This is a much better hand to keep. At least with this hand, I can turn 1 Echo, and I have a mana source that isn't an artifact. They're just passing. Lion's Eye Diamond. Brainstorm. Cast it. We hit Echo. I'm going to put... They didn't counter a main phase Brain. I mean, I guess they could have, like, Mindbreak Trap. We'll put the Claw on top. I think I'm going to Thoughtseize them. Term is 4. Thoughtseize. They have Double Trap. You were supposed to counter this. Take your Archon of Emeria. And now next turn we can just Echo through the... Oh, okay, well, they did the correct thing. They took Diamond. Alright, we'll pass. Maybe I was supposed to hold the Diamond there. Yeah, that probably would have been better. Okay. We will play our Wishclaw. Pass the turn. Mindbreak Trap and Archon of Emeria. Nice people don't play those cards. Not together. Mountain. We know 3 of the 4 cards in there. Deafening Silence. Really? Wow, you hate combo. We have to pass the turn. They have another land. Taiga. I mean, I could hardcast the Echo here, I just don't see the point. We'll pass the turn. They play City of Traders. 4th Aralingas for 5. Wow. Alright, well now we're forced to do something here. We know that they have Mindbreak in hand. Tough spot to be in. I don't think I actually have a way of winning. Yeah, Mindbreak Trap, Deafening Silence, Archon of Emeria. So I could Chain of Vapor the Deafening Silence, but then I lose the Mindbreak. They just have me locked. Yeah, I mean, double Mindbreak will do it. Keep, I mean, the same configuration. Game 3, we're on the play. I mean, we have cards that are good. It's just like, is this actually a good hand? I'm not convinced it is. Like, having triple tutor is really awkward, and if I have to Abrupt Decay, a Deafening Silence, or an Archon of Emeria, I can't cast any of these. I'm going to mulligan. This hand just doesn't play Magic, so we're going to 5. Okay, so this hand is reasonable. We'll keep this. Bottom Desire, bottom Wishclaw. We'll play our land, and then we can Echo underneath Mindbreak. So we will Echo now, give them a random 7. Oh, wow. That's insane. Okay, so we can now... This is a perfect Echo. We'll grab Badlands, attempt to Thoughtseize, and they hit Mindbreak Trap, but we just had a perfect hand. Play Lotus Petal, Lion's Eye Diamond, black, Dark Ritual. Hold Control, we're going to cast Burning Wish and add 3 red. We're going to cast Empty the Warren. Yes. Empty the Warrens for 18 goblins. And after that, we're going to pass the turn. And we got there, our opponent concedes, and we get the 4-1. So, I mean, that was an insane match. Deafening Silence, Mindbreak Traps, Archon of Emeria. We got revenge on Grixis Delver after they beat us. Like, that was a solid 4-1. I loved the Mind's Desire Echo Relay package, and I never once missed Ad Nauseam. That was the real thing. Is like, Ad Nauseam, you know, in that previous video, not very good. Here, didn't miss it at all. We got to capitalize on multiple Mind's Desires. This is the list that I recommend moving forward. So once again, if you're interested in the Cyborg Guide, go check out our Patreon. But also, if you want to support the channel, become a YouTube member, help us get to that Mind's Desire emo, and once we do, spam that emo in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day, and as always, keep storming. Hey you, yeah you, make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you're interested, you can visit theepicstorm.com/donation decks to see your combo deck here on this very YouTube channel. You can even join me in a video in the Epic tier. It's totally worth it, I promise. And see ya. Thanks for watching.